Hey Virgo, Jamie here with Southeastern Soul Tribe for another reading for you. We are about to go into February, and I can't believe that this month is almost over. It's our first month of 2024. We are getting ready next Friday for a new moon in Aquarius, which is a really good time to try to take a look, at um, whatever your habits have been, the little things that we take for granted more often. Maybe a time to be thankful. Pick and choose the habits that you have had that maybe not counting toward the biggest goal for the collective, but maybe picking and choosing from those, being thankful for the little things. And that's just a little something there for Aquarius. And then later on in the month of February, on the 24th, we go into a full moon in Virgo, which is the time to actually release those things, those structures that we have in place that don't necessarily serve us or aren't getting us further on our endeavors. And at this time, it's meant to be something that is from a creative space and a heart space and the patterns that we have around those. So that's a little bit of what the focus should be at the upcoming as we're ending the month of January, going into February. All right. For our Virgo collective spirit, specific moon messages for them, for their highest good, for their spiritual growth and improvement around relationships in their lives. I do relationship readings because all relationships are important, not just your romantic ones, okay? So whoever comes in here, you apply it where it goes. And if you're cross-watching, remember, this reading could be about you, or it could be about someone else. Reverse energies if you need to. For Virgo, angels, ancestors, guides, spirits. What do we have for Virgo? Remember, when you're watching tarot, pay attention to your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus, depending on what you need to know. Or you can write down the excerpts of each of those signs, whatever the messages are, and then whatever resonated for you out of each one, pulled together for a personal top reading. Or you can get a more personal reading with me by emailing and contacting me with the information below, okay? So it's a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Even though our new moon is going to be in Aquarius and our full moon for February is going to be in Virgo, new moons are about manifesting new things. So in order to manifest something new, when it comes to giving or taking, that energy has to go in and go out. So it can't just be one or the other. It has to be equal give and take. So that's what that's about. So this is a new moon in Virgo. I'm being drawn to the photo here of the innocence of Virgo. You know, the innocence of creating a plan to go into the new place. That's a manifestation card. So manifesting new habits, new things that are beneficial because it's Aquarius to you and the collective. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So here we are with another combination that I've been finding a pattern in as I'm doing these readings. I have found that I keep pulling, when I pull the new moon energy and the full moon energy in a 2-card pull, there's a pattern that's been coming up that speaks about polarity. It's what you need to manifest in and the things that you need to release. So Virgo is about patterns, plans, concrete things in place, something you do in a repetitive manner in order to get to a specified goal, be it relationships or work or anything like that. It's the things that you do the little things, as I said in the beginning of the reading. With the full moon in Aries, it's releasing this fire energy of too much passion. It's pulling back on that, balancing those things. When I say passion, I don't mean sexual passion. What I mean is the need and desire to go forward in a fast manner with Aries. It's like flying into things all by yourself, thinking you don't need anybody's help. It's, relationships matter. And so the opposite with the polarity there of Aries is Libra. That's about relationships. All right. On the bottom of the deck is the cardinal moon. So something about cardinal is that they can go back and forth. Back and forth. You see a pattern here? Well, be bold and make the first move. A fiery climax approaches. So if you've been holding back on something, holding back on giving to someone, be it communication, maybe you're holding back communication, maybe you're holding back taking action towards something with Aries here. Maybe you've taken more of an approach to doing it all by yourself. I don't need any help. Or taking from someone, and you've got to be a pioneer in this, of doing something different, stepping outside of the box, creating a different dynamic. The little things count. All right? Virgo creates plans that someone with fire energy could bring the creativity to and put it into action without taking action. All right, for Virgo, let's see where this goes for Virgo. All right, Virgo. So, first, let me tell you who's on the table. This is a complex reading. I have a Libra. I have a Pisces. Twice Pisces. I have a Leo. Aries. Gemini. Okay, someone in this scenario is not listening to their intuition currently. There is a decision being made as we speak, or in the very near future, in the direction of swiftly telling the truth regarding something. I don't know what it is, but it's not from a place of full integrity from the way that this card is turning. They're looking at options around that. And right now it's just a thought process. It's not a decision at this time. The person I'm looking at does not want to celebrate any kind of anything right now. There's no celebration in their heart. there is a fear of losing a friendship or a fresher opportunity that has already shown up. They're afraid it's going to leave. There's a fear that someone is going to walk away from the scenario or leave or something like that. And in the recent past, before all this came into play, there was a new truth discovered, a new opportunity. There had been an end to one old cycle and a new thing that came in. The person who, well, whatever came in, one person within the connection um, was still hurt by something from the past, and they brought the pain forward into the new partnership, relationship, whatever it is. I'm not sure what it is here. The cups that are on the table, if I'm looking at it, are honestly not on the high level at all. It makes me feel like it is not a romantic relationship at all. This feels like it is a different type of relationship for whoever this is. I don't know. You put yourself on whichever side it is. I told you which signs were here. But this person that came in, there was not a choice made toward it, and it was because it wasn't supported. One person in the scenario had a heartbreak or felt stabbed in the back somehow, or so. The Ten of Swords is in the upright over here. The connection is in the reverse. The celebration support didn't happen, but yet the idea or the truth around that idea came in. And I don't know what that was. We're not going to go on about it anymore because it was in the past. But either way, now we're not wanting to celebrate anything about it, but yet we have a fear that communication will die down or the new fresh opportunity will not continue past, that we won't make it past the page stage. In other words, this young energy. Going forward a little further in the future, while someone is taking a look at their options, weighing their pros and cons, there's a cycle that's going to come to an end. It may instigate a feeling of loss of some kind, and it'll cause someone to reflect back onto that cycle, back onto the words they spoke, the truth they understood. It's probably going to create the momentum for the fiery climax that approaches. But it's requiring somebody to be able to look back and go forward at the same time, that thing of going back and forth. The problem is somebody didn't slow down to listen to what their feelings and their emotions are about it. They didn't take the opportunity to hear from Spirit before making a move, speaking a truth. So their integrity is out of balance a little bit here. It's not bad intentions, but it's not the best intentions. There's a little bit of shadiness attached to it. I don't have the Seven of Swords, but I pay attention to the way this card turns. If this thing came in this way, I would say the intentions were a little bit better. But because it came here, this person went from being in the upright to the crossing energy of the masculine thoughts. So that's somebody thinking about taking action, thoughts, finding out information, things like that, studying on it. But they're going this way, which means there's a progression here into turning upside down. An upside down King of Swords is kind of shady. So the intentions aren't bad, but they're not the best right now. From whoever this, maybe it's It's an air sign, I'll tell you that. I'm not going to say for sure it's Libra. There's no justice on here. There's Geminis on here. Um, but it don't have to be that. You just put the energy where it belongs. So moving forward a little bit, there's an outside energy that moves in that may be the catalyst for this entire thing. What helps the decision that's being weighed right here actually come into the world cycle is actually an inaction that causes the action. Somebody starts getting uptight in their head and feeling left out, possibly by a fire sign Aries, or somebody with a lot of wisdom pulls back on their communication here. They recognize that someone's not paying attention to their intuition, and they stand in their power in the upright. They're looking over here at someone not communicating properly, which causes a feeling of deception and an underdevelopment. Feels like it hinders or blocks the pinnacles, not just money, but the whole stability of the entire foundation to start with. And it causes this person to start to look at options. There's a lot of thought process about conflicts that could come up, but at the same time, offering their emotion around it in a very tiptoey manner, showing the energy of the little things, which can create a new dynamic in this scenario. When I move on up here to the outcome card, I'm seeing a fire sign, possibly a Leo. And the reason I say that is because over of this energy right here and the tower that comes after this progression. And the fact that I've got Queen of Wands up here too. This Empress is in the upright. This Queen of Wands is in the upright. And so is this Leo. So the fire sign in this scenario may very much be in the right here. But there's a King of Pentacles here. Now, if that's not you, then it's just the energy of the routines, the foundation is not right. There's something out of sync with it. There might not be enough money or something like that. There's all the want to in the world is here. But because the strength card is coming in, it's taking a lot of strength. You got to tame that lion. And the realization of that comes in. There's still some juggling in the near future with this, but the Ten of Pentacles comes in the upright with this Page of Cups. It's like this comes in and this little thing makes it all better. This finally standing up and saying, you know what? This person wasn't listening to their intuition, but here's how I feel about it. Here, just a little piece of, here's my 2 cents. That's all I got for you. So the Queen of Wands comes in the upright. It may be this Empress that says, hey, look, because whoever this is sitting here in the Eight of Swords. They feel stuck. They're looking back. They're like, shit. Should I have? Maybe I shouldn't. Should I have? I don't know. The person that's stuck don't feel a fulfillment. They don't feel stable or anything. This outside energy of this fire sign comes in and says, hey, look, here's what I got for you. I got love for you. You know, I got this. We can get through this. And all of a sudden, the attitude changes. It changes the dynamic, and the Ten of Pentacles comes in the upright. That's where this Tower comes in. The manifestation of this increase here, the completion of the world card and the turnover that moves on over into this page, no longer needing to manifest. Now the momentum picks up. The Three of Swords goes into the reverse again. We come out of the Four energy, no longer in the energy of just maintenance. Now the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords comes in the upright. So it's balanced. The balance comes in. Then this King of Pentacles goes from this reverse into the upright. So there's going to be an influence from a fire sign or from somebody with that energy that comes in from the outside, or a new energy, new idea, and a new dynamic in the way the energy is flowing that puts an end to this questioning here, that brings our Libra energy or air sign back in the upright to keep them from going to this tipping point here. The 2 goes to the ace, like everything balances back out. It's like this energy where we're doing this, wearing the different hats, being cardinal and being able to swing back and forth. It's the flow, the ebb and flow of the energy is what I'm feeling. I'm seeing a boat rocking, okay? And it's learning to step into the emotions and step back out of them. It's balancing practicality with emotions, all that stuff. Not getting drowned in all the water energy, being able to balance the two. That Libran whole thing. Aries is full on fiery climax, This person starts feeling that way. They recognize their emotion about it. And then they pull back. And they say, okay, we can do this. The other person in the scenario, I feel like that I'm looking actually at 2 healed individuals in this scenario that are learning from each other. They're bouncing off of one another. They're gathering courage as they go. They say, okay, if I do this little thing with this page, let me try that. And this person responds. So there's a healing that comes in from this masculine energy when this connection goes into the upright further in the future here. So I want to find out if there is a timing related to this progression that looks like it might be coming in for the future. Somebody realizing that they do have the ability within a partnership to balance all of those things. And the understanding that the investment in the small things and the big things all count toward the larger goal. So it's time to give rather than take. A fiery climax approaches. Be bold, make the first move. Sometimes we stand in our own way and we get scared. We get stuck in this 2 energy. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. And we're doing this. Are we looking at our options or are we telling the truth? Are we speaking? And then somebody over here recognizes somebody's holding back here. Somebody has to make the move. So here's the deal. It's doing it without an attachment to an outcome. If you make a decision to make a first move towards someone about whatever it is, I don't care what the subject is, you can't have an attachment to what their response is going to be. You got to let their response be their response, if they respond at all. If they don't, move along, citizen. There's your answer. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. And maybe that's what's happening here. But to your surprise, good tower, right? To your surprise, guess what? There's a reciprocation here. Well, what does that teach us? Oh, maybe I don't have to go it all alone. Maybe I don't have to do everything alone. With equal give and take, there is a flow of investment. Yeah, I know. That's a lack of judgment. All right, Spirit, set my intentions for these cards. Let's get some advice. Advice for Virgo for the issue that they're dealing with here. I just heard somebody is being stubborn and a little bit egotistical in this, but they're trying not to be. It's not intentional. They're really, really trying to stay balanced. What can Virgo do, if anything, to improve in this scenario? All right. Archangel Michael can help you tremendously. He comes up here in the Temperance card. It's the number 14, Sagittarian energy. Maybe you're dealing with the Sagittarius as well. I don't know. Probably not. I didn't see it otherwise. However, the balance of patience being a virtue, communication heavily a factor here, but it's back and forth communication. So the Page of Cups reversed here and the Page of Cups in the upright here. So the Page of Cups is a small token showing of emotion or getting in touch with how you feel about something, communicating it effectively and keeping it balanced during the communication time period. That's all you can do. Throat chakra energy is being highlighted here. How else can communication be improved? All right, the Strength card comes in reverse. Now, do I feel like that's the opposite of having strength? No. What I am feeling is that Leo energy, it's about having the confidence that the communication will happen as long as you're putting in your part. But there's also a patience factor of waiting for the other person to respond. So it's about reactions in not, what's the words that I'm looking for? It's about response, not reactions. Okay? On the bottom side, the Queen of Pentacles has everything that they need right there where they sit. So people come to them, right? Any other messages? By pushing a decision forward back here without listening to your intuition, you create the end of a cycle before it's done cooking. So Spirit's asking you to hold back a little on the communication, allow the other person to respond, have the patience around it. Don't be so apt or arrogant or whatever it is, if it's you or the other person needs to. And just wait a minute and give this person time. So don't be so rushed to end the cycle. The Queen of Swords waits on the truth to come to them. They've already thought it through. They're balanced. We're trying to balance these. The masculine energy over here is a little bit shady on there. Now here's this King of Swords that's coming in the upright now, right next to the Queen of Swords. That's Libra energy balanced all the way around in the masculine and the feminine. And the next card is the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. That's upside down. So there's our message right there. That's your advice. So when it comes to communication, Virgo, you throw the ball over the fence. Then you wait for the ball to come back to you. If you never get another ball back, move along, citizen. Let's keep it moving. For yourself. Nobody else. What's meant for you will never pass you by. And if you're struggling with this and you're trying to fast forward, hit the fast forward button, you're going to miss something. That means you're going to have to repeat again. The danger is the very first thing that you started with over here. It's not completing the mission properly. So therefore you go straight out of this and then you get a new cycle with a new human with the same energy. It happens every time. I did a Facebook video not probably over the past summer, and I called it Relationship on Repeat. That's what happens when we don't complete the lessons within the relationships that we have, come to a place of completion within ourselves as an individual before moving into something new. We're dragging around our old baggage. Stop dragging my heart around. But it's only up to you to do that. So be bold and make the first move. The power is yours. So give communication, but wait on to receive it too. And that's part of the mission here. Let's get you an animal oracle advice, and then we'll close out the reading for today. For Virgo. For Virgo. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, for the highest good of my Virgo collective out there, what advice do we have? Okay, what I say about this Leo energy, it's having the confidence and the courage to wait on a response. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to control everything. Surprise! You're not the boss of everything. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. Some people think if they have to control everything, then they've got all the courage and confidence in the world. But what happens when you have to have courage and confidence in something that you can't see yet? That's true faith. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know if they will communicate, but I believe if it's supposed to, it will. I don't have to make everything happen. The things that I have to make happen in my life are, if I want to manifest money, stability in my life, I have to take at least one step in that direction. Yeah, that's how you manifest. You don't push other people into doing the things that you want them to do because you don't know what their journey is. You got to let them. It's a you do you boo energy, right? You do you boo. Hey, every little thing's going to be all right. As long as I do me and you do you. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Maybe you're over dependent on what other people think or their opinions. Tortoise, you're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. You're Virgo. You came into the life grounded, we think. But you can get ungrounded very quickly if you are not careful, just simply by trying to control things, which I think is what's happened back here. If it ain't you, it ain't you. It's the other person. You put it where it belongs. Y'all be in the comments kind of annihilating me, and I don't know you. I know what the cards say. That's it. It ain't nothing that I say here is directed at any of you. I'm not sitting over here picturing your face or nothing. I ask the divine for my Virgo collective because every day my subscribers grow. So don't get bent out of shape about it. Trust me, I wouldn't be behind here with the voice that I have if it weren't appointed for me to do so. And if there wasn't a message for you, or you weren't seeking for someone to tell you something, you wouldn't be watching me this far to begin with. So you put that where it needs to go. Chimpanzee, use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your questions. You don't have to always look outside of yourself. Sometimes everything you need is right here on the inside. That's why this Pisces card is upside down. Somebody's not listening to what their guides are saying. The hangman hung himself upside down until he heard from Spirit for what was next. That's the gist of it anyway. Anyway, let's wrap this up. I'm going to move on with my day. I have some personal readings to do. So Virgo, this is your message. I wish you all the best. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. There should be a link right here. Love and light. And until next time.